we are so excited to be here. Just had a great practice and ready to compete. I think that having that big hurdle of getting past the second round, we're not going to just be happy with just that. So we honestly haven't really talked about that much, just that was a first for our program, because the expectation is that we're going to keep competing and try to take it to them, and I'm excited to have another swing at Purdue. So they're so well coached, and we just love their staff and think the world of them, so it should be a really fun match. But even though we're friendly, they're not our friends tomorrow.
Questions?
Malaya and Avery, having played Purdue before, does that prior matchup give you guys an advantage or any insights heading into this game tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we played them, so we know what they did well and what we can exploit this next time around, and it gives us a lot of good information on what we need to adjust for this game. And we've been already practicing it. We've been practicing all year how to be better, but we're a much different team than we were before, much more trained and much more balanced, and so it's going to be a really good game for sure.
Yeah, we obviously played them in the preseason, so just looking back on what we need to get better on and just building off of that, we're excited.
Sam, the last time you were here, you said that your team had a lot of growing to do. I'm curious, just how have you seen this team evolve since then?
Oh my goodness, that feels like a world ago. We've went through adversity. We've gone through quite a bit of adversity. Silver lining to that is we've had players get to shine in a way that maybe they wouldn't have been able to, and we've been able to test our depth, and we've been able to see some freshmen have breakout seasons, and we've addressed where we were lacking defensively. It was an area we needed to really grow early on in the season, and both of these two have grown a ton defensively. I love it's so fun watching. Actually, either one of our first two tournament matches, you dug everything hit at you. We were joking that she was playing like a libero out there. It might have been Central Arkansas.
I think it was.
And she truly was digging everything. So the growth individually, the growth as a team, the unknown excitement of seeing players like Kennedy Rogers be able to get looks that she maybe wouldn't have otherwise and become a star. How fun. So we've grown a ton, and I'm just happy and hopeful that we'll keep getting to grow.
Malaya, they say that it's harder to hit in bigger arenas, but you guys have played here before. Does that give you an advantage as an offense as a whole, being familiar?
I think for sure we were here last time, and I've honestly already watched the last game. I'm on to the next. I'm ready to go, and the environment for me personally doesn't really change much. I think I'm just ready to go all the time and ready to just hit as hard as I possibly can and score.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Exactly, I'm always ready.
Avery, you guys have one of the top hitting percentages in the nation. What do you attribute that success to, and how does it, reflect how this team plays?
Yeah, it takes the whole team. I can't do my job if I don't have a pass or if my hitters aren't putting the ball away. So props to them. They're all so awesome, and I just love being their setter. It's so fun.
You sweet little cupcake. She's so fun.
We're gonna open it up to Zoom. Any questions on Zoom? I believe
Coach, you mentioned kind of the expectation of this and kind of getting past that this is the first time this has been done in history, but how special is it to have this group be pretty much new from last year and to get them to this point and to see that growth that you've seen and have the opportunity that's ahead of them this weekend?
It doesn't matter. I appreciate that maybe there seems to be from the outside in a little bit of a challenge with a whole new group, and it doesn't matter who you're with. We're doing something special and it's fun, and I think that's great. So there's always those questions of how do you get him to glue and things like that. We are all just human beings that are on the same mission and have similar values and wanted to be bought into what it means to be a great Mustang. And so for that, I think it's very easy to become friends with people that you click with. And we recruit in that way, to that value system, to those goals. So it is extremely special because of just who the people that they are. Whether they've been with us for 4 years or 4 months, a year, I feel like you've been with me for forever. It doesn't feel short. So I mean, Malaya is going to stay in Dallas, and she was calling it home, and I was laughing at that because I'm like, you're from Northern California. But it feels that way to her. And, you know, it doesn't feel like we haven't had her for long because each season you're truly going to battle, and seasons are hard. It's a grind. So for that, a little bit long-winded there, but it's very special. Can't wait to go to battle with them again, and I hope that we can just keep doing it. I will be super sad when it's over because this team has been such a joy and so much fun to work with.
Sam, much like you guys have grown, Purdue has also grown. What challenges do they face, and are there any things that you didn't have to see against them that they now pose?
Things that we're showing them that are different. Is that where?
Well, you can go that way.
Or that they're doing different?
Yes, that's what I was going.
Yeah. I don't think they've gotten any crazy new personnel in the way that we have. Like Kennedy Rogers didn't even play the first time, I believe. So that's exciting on our end. I don't think Maggie Croft played. That's exciting on our end. For them, they've just gotten better. And they're so good tactically. So I would assume that their game plan will maybe be a little different. And, you know, I think that they have just been able to perform at a high level very consistently across their season, where our season has gone a little different. We've had some lineup changes. We've had some different people in that maybe weren't going to be in. And that's okay. That's different. Just is what it is. So the game probably should look different tomorrow. We're both better. We have a few different players. They've gotten better. And they're used to battling. They've won some 5-setters, things like that. And, you know, and we're used to winning too. At this stage in the tournament, that's what you want.
Malaya, you guys are a top 25 blocking team. How critical has that been in key matches this season, and how do you plan to leverage that against this Purdue squad?
Well, of course, we want to block every ball ever hit, of course. But, like, a huge, like, part of it is Trent. He helps us so much with our eye work and, like, getting low and over to the baseline. Sam says that every single day. Try to ingrain that into her brain. And then also, like, Favor is just, like, one of the most insane blockers in the country. And she, like, puts a standard of, like, how we need to be every single practice and, like, how we need to be in game. And she just keeps encouraging us to, like, be the best blockers and have the best eye sequence. And she has constant feedback for us all the time. So we're hoping to block a bunch of balls and win this game.
Probably hearing low and over in your sleep, your dreams.
The baseline.
Over where you're at. Yeah.
Anything else on Zoom? Anything else? Anyone?
Just for Malaya and Avery, it's a big match. When mentally, do you play up to the big match and try to be big in a big match, or do you treat it like any other match? Kind of how do you mentally prepare for this kind of stage?
I think there's no, like, playing big in my brain. Like, for big matches, like, every match is important, and you need to be your biggest, baddest self for every single match. And so I think it's more, like, tactically, like, how can I score the best with, like, a better team? Like, they're going to do some things, like, how do I get past that if they block me here? What's my next move? So I think it's thinking tactically about a better team and, like, what their strengths and weaknesses are. And I think just playing how I usually play and just, like, hitting the ball hard and just bringing my team along with me, I think good things will happen.
Yeah, I agree. Just treating it like a normal game, not really hyping it up too much because it's still the same game that we've been playing for so long. But at the same time, just really knowing the game plan and just doing our best to be the best players that we can be.